If I traded it all, if I gave it all.
So welcome back.
For one thing.
My next guest, I am so excited about bringing on right now because it is a great time for everybody to be looking for homes. It's Friday. It's beautiful out there. And even though there's a lot going on, it's also beautiful out there. And everybody loves it here in Arizona. I think Scottsdale is the #1 area for people to live in. So I have with me right now Bob Carlson, and he's with Ross Carlson Homes. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Carol. Glad to be here.
So tell us a little bit about the market. What's going on?
The market is definitely different depending on what area you're looking at. Overall, Phoenix as a whole, the sales are up about 10%, and appreciation is up about 5% for the year. But that definitely varies depending on what zip code you're in.
What zip code's hot right now?
I would say 85014. We've got a patio home complex down there that we had almost multiple offers before it even hit the market.
Wow. And what is that area code called?
That was Coulter Estates, so that's on Central and Montebello.
Okay. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing real estate for 13 years. Our partnership has been doing real estate since 1976.
Wow. That's a long time. So you guys really know the market.
We've done a few deals.
Now, here's the thing, though. The market has changed, and it's really more so than anything, your side of it has changed quite a bit. Obviously looking and buying a home is pretty much the same. I don't know about terms of what's out there right now in terms of inventory and all of that. But in terms of what you do, what makes you different than, let's say, obviously your experience is behind you, different than some of the other real estate agents out there?
Oh, that's a great question. So typically when we say that we're in real estate, the very next question is what is your specialty? So I have a slightly different take on this. Number one, our first specialty is we really do specialize in helping people buy and sell homes. And unfortunately, not every agent actually specializes in helping people buy and sell homes. Many people have a license and are in it to do 1, 2, 3 deals, and then they're done. Number two, our practice really runs on the philosophy of integrity and of being of service to our clients. So we really are there to help them make a good decision, whether that involves buying and selling real estate or not. If it does, great. We're here to help them. That's our expertise. If not, we have a team of experts to help them accomplish their objective. And when they're ready to buy and sell, then we're there.
Okay, now your phone number do you want to do, which one should I put out there?
Our phone number is 602-402-1623.
Okay, and then their website is Ross Carlson, and that's Carlson, homes with an S, plural, and that's .com. So RossCarlsonHomes.com. Now, what's your best piece of advice when working with your sellers? Number one, to sell for top dollars. What is your number one advice?
My number one advice is really to understand where your home sits on the price value curve. So essentially, when you're out there looking at homes, let's say you have 20 homes on the market. Some have great features and a high price. Some have a great price and no features. The key is to understand where do you fit versus the competition. And you remember The Price is Right, correct? Right?
Yes,
on TV?
I do.
Right. Do you remember the Showcase Showdown?
No.
Okay. So the Showcase Showdown is at the end, and the two finalists basically are bidding on these great big gift packages. And the way that you win the Showcase Showdown is to have the highest bid without going over. So the key in today's market as a seller is you want to price your home as close to fair market value as possible without going over. And the key thing when you do that is you're saying to everybody out there who, by the way, is on the internet round the clock looking at home values, so the chances of them not knowing exactly what your home is worth are very slim. When you price it well, you're saying we have a great value, a great price, we have motivated, realistic sellers, and if you act quickly, you may get a great deal. And what that does is that will create the auction effect, and ideally, if you get more than one offer on the table at once, then you're in a different position. Then you have seller leverage.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Everybody thinks that they have the Taj Mahal, that they live in the Taj Mahal. And it's your home, so you love it. But realistically, do you help them? Do you go in and do an evaluation for them so that you can give them a realistic idea of what it is really worth?
Right. If you ever hear the word designer paint and nails, then you know you have a problem. That's one of the things that we joke about. You know, you're right. Everybody thinks they have the Taj Mahal. One of the most valuable tools for sellers in that situation is to take them out for the day and have them be a buyer in their price range. So we can go and show them, let's say, we're going to pretend that you're the buyer for your home, and your home is on the market for $675, and let's go look at homes from $650 to $750, and you can tell me what you think your home is worth after we've seen the competition.
So in terms of this, for the seller, okay, what's a really good tip that you can help them with their selling their home?
So if you can create a space that when the buyers walk into it creates an emotional appeal, if that home really tugs at their heartstrings, then you have a chance of getting them to act slightly irrational when they make their offer.
So what's better, a shell or with furniture?
Something in the middle.
Okay, so how do you do that?
You know, we had a client in McCormick Ranch, which is a super hot market, and we basically walked through with him and made a very detailed list of everything that needed to happen. You want to declutter. You want just enough furniture so they can understand the proportionality of the room and what would fit there. And basically, we had a ton of comments on the home. They said, is this a model home? Does anybody live here? And we said, yes. He just paid really good attention to what we told him, and he did exactly what we said. He got 4 offers in 2 days and sold for $25,000 over asking.
The website is Ross Carlson Homes, that's plural.com, and it's Ross, R-O-S-S, Carlson, S-O-N, homes.com. Their phone number is 602-402-1623. And, you know, again, I think that right now is a great time for people to buy, especially with the mortgages that they can get. The rates are incredible, and so many things that they have to offer for new time buyers. So I've heard of so many different programs that they have out there. So, and especially, what about those people out there that have been renting for a long time, and now maybe they can even get out and get into their own home?
You know, a lot of times people get caught in the rent trap, and that would be where you're able to rent in an area that you might not be able to afford to purchase right away. But the key thing is that immediately you'd like to quit paying your landlord's mortgage if possible. And if you need to buy a home and enjoy the appreciation and the tax benefits and sort of incrementalize your way into that next home and buy and sell until you have enough equity and enough cash to get into the area that you really want.
Now, what about this one? What's the number one best practice for buyers to beat the competition?
I would say 2 things. Number one, you want to work intensely with your mortgage broker up front to understand all the parameters of your purchase. So you want to pick your loan type, you understand what down payment goes with that, understand what your payment would be and how much purchasing power you have. Then you want to sketch out your minimum, your medium, and your no greater than bid points that you can go if things get tough in the negotiations.
Well, what's growing about your real estate practice right now? You're really excited about something. Tell everyone what that is.
You know, we have a lot of our original clientele that are downsizing, either basically a couple that's downsizing into an active living community, a lot of our original Paradise Valley clients, or in some cases the family that is transitioning the property through the estate. That's really a situation where we feel that our high levels of integrity and our expertise and very tactful approach will serve them well in terms of handling a very difficult situation.
Now, any guidance for the listeners that are, you know, that would pertain to real estate at all? What do you want to tell them for your final words?
You know, I think the key thing would be to buy a home that you can afford, that will accommodate you for a market cycle, and to really make your purchase decision or your sale decision based on what your needs are at the moment and whether that will serve you long term. People are always buying and selling real estate in every market, and it really just has to do with whether it's a good time for you to achieve your objective.
Tell them again how long you guys have been doing this.
Since 1976.
So since 1976, they have a lot of experience behind them. Their phone number is 602-402-1623. You got to check them out. Have homes on your website for them to see, too?
We sure do.
I bet you do. Again, that is Ross, R-O-S-S. Carlson is S-O-N. Homes with an S.com. It's a beautiful weekend to go look at new homes. 602-402-1623.